Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rebel Chumps channel. This is again, I think by now the 10th take of trying to make this video. Kids screaming, fighting, just never ending chaos in our house. Either way, I'm gonna try it again. I want to have this video out there on the internet because I don't think there's nearly enough videos about in the recent years about Pump/Empire snipers at their upgrades or whatnot. So I got another upgrade for my Empire sniper. It's an Inception Designs mamba trigger kit that I sourced locally by just asking. It wasn't even on their website, and luckily they had one in stock, the last one. They had it on the shelf for years because Inception Designs does not make the trigger set for the Empire sniper anymore. So if you want to get one yourself, you have to source it either second hand, or maybe somebody has it stuck somewhere and you're just lucky. But yeah, the trigger set is a nice upgrade. It feels nicer logically because the edges are rounded off. The trigger itself just is polished and it just feels way nicer to the finger. The trigger sear comes with a roller bearing, so it makes the trigger break nicer. It just feels nice. It's just, yeah, it's smooth. There's no clear break point, so there's no clear wall where the trigger stops and then is at the point of breaking. It just goes through that because the roller bearing just keep rolling and it just engages. As you can see, it's a relatively short trigger pull, but the trigger itself has a pretty heavy pull, and that's because the spring that houses here that pushes against the sear is still pretty strong. It's not as strong as the stock spring, it's lighter, but it's still pretty heavy. And the reason for that is being told by Simon from Inception Designs. I asked him, is that there were so many CQ quality control issues with the Empire Sniper and tolerance issues that in some cases with lighter sear springs, some people setup did not work, and that's the reason why he just gave one spring in the set, and that's you have to do with it. Unfortunately, that one spring is not very light, and you have this really nice trigger and the roller ball bearing on the triggers here, and then still have a heavy pull because of that spring. So that's kind of shit. Luckily, Inception Designs used to, they still do, but they used to have a solution. You could buy the trigger spring, spring set with different weights or different strengths. And I felt like that's kind of shit. You should actually just have included that spring kit in this quite expensive trigger upgrade set, because the whole set is like 50 bucks or something. I mean, it would cost them like 10 cents, 20 cents to have added those 3 springs. Instead, they choose to sell them individually and just ask 9-10 bucks for them. I feel a bit shitty about that, gonna be frank. Because if I put a lighter trigger spring in here, that whole overall feeling of this trigger makes 100% improvement over the stock trigger, and it really will feel like a big improvement. But now it's somewhere around 50%. 50% as in the trigger itself is a really nice upgrade, but you don't really notice the real benefits of that trigger sear with the ball bearing on it, because it's still so heavy because of that spring in there. So I have to now again take it apart, run those pins out again, get a different spring, a lighter spring, try it out if it still works, if it is, the marker will still shoot with a lighter spring, and then trial and error that way. But kind of shit, it was not included in the set, otherwise I could already have completed that portion of my fully upgraded Empire Sniper build that I'm working on. But it's still an improvement, so don't get me wrong, it's a nice trigger pull, a nice trigger to shoot. I definitely feel there's a 50% improvement overall. It just hurt my fingers a bit less, but because of that spring tension that's still in there, I still have to put quite a bit of pressure on the trigger itself. So yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. But if you have an Empire Sniper and you don't have a lot of money, actually, let me cover that in a different video, because I do think you can upgrade your Empire Sniper and have it really nice with actually far fewer upgrade parts. And I will cover that in a different videos, because I do think you don't have to splurge out the same amount of money as I do. Although I will in the end have a nicer setup than you, if you don't do that probably, but again, I will cover that later. The trigger itself is just nice. It looks nice. I mean, it's a nice trigger. It's a nice trigger. Yeah, so yeah, they don't make those anymore. So there's a few more upgrades that I'm gonna get, and they're on their way. Inception Design's regulator. They say it's an improvement in terms of reliability, and the way to it's way easier to maintain, and it has more chamber area for pressure and whatnot, so you can dial it in better. So that will be another improvement. I'm getting the Inception Designs 1116 valve in there as well, and then all that's left, that's all original still, is the feed neck, the ball itself, the upper body, the lower body, even the grips I will be replacing soon. And yeah, that's it. That's all original. Then that's the only few parts that are still original on this Empire Sniper. The rest is completely replaced by Inception Design parts and a few CCM springs, and that's going to be a full gist of it, basically. So yeah, I'm looking forward to start playing with it and testing it out. Go to the field, having it fully dialed in and tuned and whatnot. But yeah, I will wait till those parts come in, especially the valve and the regulator. Hopefully gonna add that consistency to the overall build in terms of performance and reliability and air efficiency. So if you're looking for a mamba kit, you want to have it installed on your Empire Sniper, if you can hunt one down, I think it's worth the money. But yeah, try to get a couple of springs with it, and then try different spring tensions and see if the trigger is still engaging the sear and whatnot with a lighter spring. And maybe you will say, I like heavier spring, I like that stiff trigger pull. You can completely dial it in the way you want, and that's kind of cool about the Empire Sniper, because it's the only production made pump that is like has a quite big offset. So I'm not talking the small offset of CCM, and I'm not talking about a zone in their KP3, for example, because there's hardly any upgrades available for it. This is of course cocker based, so it's very easy. Although the Empire Sniper is not being made, it's still a very popular pump to pick up for cheap and upgrade. And there's still people, in this video is from 2023, where people picking up the Empire Sniper to upgrade and play with it. And some of the parts will be a bit harder to source, so yeah, if you can get your hands on a mamba trigger by Inception Designs, get it, even if it's just as an investment. Have it stocked away in a drawer somewhere, because somewhere down the line, 5 years, 10 years later, people will look for this kind of trigger set and would like to pay a good penny for it, because they are no more on the market, and yeah, they fit the Empire Sniper really well. So yeah, that's my little video about the mamba trigger, my Empire Sniper, my Inception Designs. So thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.